No? Still no? Try again. Hello? Everybody listening now? Yeah, great. Hi. Welcome to the experience. You probably already know, but we are going to talk about enhancing manufacturing efficiency with flexible routes. And just welcome to do. It's one of the first talks. We still not know what's going to happen. I would like to start with the definition of what's flexibility. Flexibility, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, is the ability to change or to be changed easily according to the situation. I have put it in two sentences so we can better understand. The advantage of Odoo is its flexibility, while SAP doesn't allow much flexibility. My name is Marcelo Shehayeb. I am in functional support for over 3 years, and I'm going to be here with you for 30 minutes now. I'm going to give you some time to scan the QR code. You can place your questions over there during the presentation, and I will answer it at the end. To give you a little bit of time, I just want to get to know you guys a little bit. Is there anyone here who never used Odoo before and is just discovering it? Okay, not a lot of people. Is there users but not technically knowledgeable of Odoo? Raise your hands, yeah, okay. And is there partners or somebody that is technically knowing Odoo? Great, okay. So we're gonna go more in depth. So we are gonna go, the introduction was what I just did, so hello. We're gonna see the replenishment types in Odoo. We're gonna check two business cases, and then we're gonna go with a small conclusion. The main replenishment methods in Odoo are MPS, MTS, and MTO. MPS stands for Master Production Schedule, and it helps you to gather demand in only one place. It helps you to predict unforeseen forecasts, checks the status of the orders, and allows you to direct replenish products. MTS, which stands for Make to Stock, triggers MOs automatically. It's also known as reordering rules, and it predicts the needs based on the forecast. It can be manual or automated, which means that it will trigger a purchase order or a manufacturing order automatically, or it will give you the option to create it or not. And it helps you to maintain minimum stock levels. The last one is MTO, which stands to Make to Order, and this is the one that we are going to check more in depth in this talk. It helps you to create automatic MOs. And even though I only wrote MO on the slide, please be aware that MTO does either MOs or POs, purchase orders or manufacturing orders. And it helps you because every sales order that you have has a link with the purchase or manufacturing order. So if you have one sale and you confirm by using MTO up to Odoo 17, you would have one purchase order or manufacturing order. Now, in Odoo 17, this created a very strong link between the purchase order and the sales order, which means that before Odoo 18, you confirmed one sales order, it will generate a manufacturing order for the whole amount of the sales order. And you would have to fulfill the sales order with the manufacturing order that was created. Now, this is a little bit of history because in Odoo 18, we can create manufacturing orders based on sales orders, but also take into consideration what we have in stock and also break this strong link to a flexible link. Now, what is the changes on MTO? Now, there's no strong link anymore, and I'm going to go a little bit more in depth of what is a strong link. It checks availability of what you have in stock, so you only replenish the remainder of the order, and it helps you to, it's flexible to allow you to choose different routes on confirmed orders or manufacturing orders. Now, I have been talking about strong link and flexible links. So on the left, we can see that there is a lock on the chain, and this is what we would consider a strong link. You can only open this locker with a specific key. Now, on the other hand, on the right side is what I would like to use as an example of a flexible link. Even though the chains are connected, there is a small hole in it where you can change it, and you can connect to another chain. You can move it to another direction. So that's the difference between Odoo 17 and Odoo 18 at this moment with strong link and flexible link. Now, On Odoo 17, the strong links were done with the procurement group, while the flexible links on Odoo 18 is done with the source document. So even though Odoo knows where it's coming from and where it should go, the products, they are not connected anymore. So you can change the needs to different orders. And now we are going to see the first business case. We are a drone manufacturing company, and I'm going to show you two flows on this business case. The first one is how to change the replenishment for a confirmed manufacturing order, and the second one is how we can replenish only what is left on our stock. So this is a little bit of explanation of the business case. On the right, we have our bill of material overview, and we are producing a drone with a remote control. They are both manufactured, and we manufacture the drone and the remote. We also manufacture the rotors with propellers, and the propeller, engine, and frame, and all the components of the remote are purchased. One important information is that the remote control, we manufacture it in-house, but we can also purchase it from our vendor. So if we jump to our database, I'm here on my drone company, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a sales order, which will be for, let's say, Kim. And we are going to add the drone plus remote control. But Kim is not in a rush to receive her drone. So we can set this delivery order to next week, for example. So let's say that she wants to receive it on 9th. We can confirm this, and we will see that the buttons will be created as smart buttons for the MTO, which was the normal behavior as before. So even though we don't have a strong link, we still have the smart buttons. And since we are not in a very busy schedule, we can start manufacturing the drone for Kim. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to go through everything through the bill of material overview, because this gives you the full idea of what you need and what you're doing. Here we can see that by clicking on the arrows on the side, we see what we have to do and how is the status of the orders at this moment. Right now, we don't have anything in stock, and you can see that we cannot manufacture neither the rotors, neither the drone, neither the remote or anything. But if we keep on opening the arrows, we will see that at one point, we will see that there is a PO, a purchase order created to replenish all the components that we need. What we're going to do is we're going to jump to this purchase order, and we're going to receive everything. We created the purchase order directly with the MTO, and we're going to confirm it to receive all the components that we need. On the receipt, we're just going to receive everything, just as usual, which means that all these components are in my stock. And if I go back to the manufacturing overview, we will see that the rotors with propellers are ready to be manufactured, as well as the remote. But we are not going to produce the remote right now, just for the sake of the business case. We are going to manufacture the rotors, which is quite easy. We can see that now everything is reserved for manufacturing the rotors. And when I produce all and I go back to my manufacturing overview, I will see that my drone is now ready to be manufactured, because we already manufactured the rotors and we have the frame in stock. So we are going to manufacture the drone, so we're going to finalize the drone, which means that now we have one drone in stock. And for the business case, we're going to pretend that now we have a very urgent order coming in. So we're going to go back to our orders, and we're going to go create a very urgent drone plus remote order for Stephanie. And we're going to confirm this, and the same thing is going to happen. A manufacturing order will be created with, for the drone, with the remote, with everything that we saw before. We open, there is a new purchase order created for the components, and a new manufacturing order for the propellers, rotors with propellers, sorry, and the drone. But we don't want to produce the drone since we have an urgent order and we already have one product in stock. We don't want to go through the whole process of manufacturing again. So what we're going to do is we're going to unreserve one order for Kim and reserve it for Stephanie. So for this, I'm going to go to my manufacturing application. I will see that I have two drones to manufacture. And here on the order 52, which is for Kim, I can see that I have one drone reserved. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly unreserve it, and I'm going to go back to my to the drone that is urgent right now, and I have nothing reserved. Now it's important to remember that we are using MTO, and if you all guys here, most of your partners, you remember that on 17 we could not reserve whatever is not created through the manufacturing order. Now if I check availability, we will have the reserved quantity on the manufacturing order. Now, we are really in a hurry, so we don't really want to manufacture the remote control. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the overview, I'm going to cancel this manufacturing order, and when I'm back to the overview, I will see, I will see that we can replenish directly from the bill of material overview, which helps you to understand what have you been done, what is done already in stock, how long you're going to take to receive it. And here, just by clicking on replenishment, I can choose not to manufacture it, but to buy. And when I do this, a purchase order is created automatically. When I click here, I can receive my remote control, which is the same vendor, so I will receive everything for the second drone that I have on the line. And after we receive these products, we can go to the manufacturing order, and we need to unreserve again. Sorry, we will see that this one is going to be already reserved with the order that we purchased, even though we canceled the manufacturing order and everything was connected, but we were able to reserve here. So I'm going to produce my drone, and as you can see here on our sales to Stephanie, we are going to see that the product is available to delivery, and we are going to validate. So this shows how flexible Odoo is right now. You can do many adjustments on your stock, but you can still use the MTO. So for the second business case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to purchase one remote control from the drone parts. So I'm just buying the remote. I'm going to confirm and receive. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a brand new order. And now, let's say that we are going to do for Brandon. He's going to order a drone as well. And when I confirm this, you will see that the manufacturing order already has one remote ready to be manufactured. No, it's reserved. So we need to go to the inventory for everything that's going to be manufactured. It's going to use the remote. Okay, we are going to go to the products on the remote. We're going to use the forecast, and we're going to see that it's reserved for MO52, but we want to use on MO62. So we're going to unreserve here. We're going to go to our manufacturing order, and we will see that we are now, sorry, something went off. On the manufacturing order, on the overview, we see that now it's reserved already because I unreserved for another order. It got reserved automatically for our next need, which was this one. And now if we manufacture, we can follow the same process as before, and we can deliver the order to Brandon. I forgot to manufacture the drone. So, sorry. Sorry, it's already there. Okay, manufacture, go to the sales order, and delivery. There you go. So, going back to our presentation, this shows how flexible Odoo is now with the use of MTSO. The second business case is a cake company. So we are manufacturing cakes, and we have 2 warehouses where we can manufacture the cakes themselves. And new transfers are created to send the cakes. Sorry, we are going to change the warehouse, and new transfers are going to be created from the warehouse that it was manufactured to the original ordered warehouse. Here is a little bit more of explanation. We are going to receive an order. We are fully booked for in this warehouse. We're going to manually select a different warehouse to manufacture our cake, and we're going to create transfers to bring back from the second warehouse to our first warehouse. Now, this is possible because right now in Odoo 18, on the rules linked to the routes, we can add a domain, which will only trigger the rule based on all the rules that you define. And this is what I did on the cake company that we have over here. So what I'm going to do is a much simpler flow. We are going to create a new manufacturing order, let's say for Martin, and we're going to order a chocolate cake, for example. Now, when we confirm, the same is going to happen as the last time. A manufacturing order is created. But here, if you remember from Odoo 17, once the manufacturing order was created, there was nothing that you can do to change it, especially because you needed to fulfill the order with this specific manufacturing order. But now if we go to the miscellaneous, you will see that we can select a different operation type, which changes the warehouse manufacturing the product and already adjusts the location where the components are going to be used. So when I produce the cake, which is a way easier, you can see that a transfer is created right here. And this transfer is to send the products from the warehouse that was manufactured to the initial demanded warehouse. Now, the important thing here to show is that this transfer is linked to the sales order as well. And you can see that you have indeed changed the location of the product, and now you're validating internal transfer. And since you do that, your delivery can be done. It's ready to be delivered right now. So here we validated and we delivered. We made another customer happy. And this is basically what you can do by changing the routes. It's very useful. You can represent your real flows now with Odoo because you can actually change and adapt to the changes that you are not foreseeing. In sum, Odoo now is better, is stronger, and flexible. We can use available products for MTO order, so we can use everything we have in stock. Just to remind you as how it was in 17, if you had a sales order that had more products than what you had in stock, you would replenish the totality of the sales order. And right now, you can use what you have in stock and then replenish the remainder. Now, you can change the manufacturing location just as we did in the last business case, and you can adapt the routes to replicate your flows in real life. Now, you can also create conditions to trigger the rules, and then it will only be triggered if they fulfill the whole rules that you defined. This is the flexible revolution. What's next in Odoo? Thank you. So the QR code is still there if you have questions. I will try to answer as much as I can.
Thank you, Marcelo, for the great presentation.
I think are you hearing him?
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the first question, are you married or single?
I'm single.
All right, let's get on with it. How can I define a default scrap quantity for a product?
The full scrap, you can define byproducts on your bill of material, but I don't think that you can define scrap already. Scrap is when something that you want goes wrong, but if you always have that, then maybe you should consider it as a byproduct. Then you can define it on the bill of material, set costs for that part, and then when you manufacture it, it will also generate not only the final product, but also the byproduct, so you can put it back in stock. I'm not sure if that's what you wanted, but if it's further than that, we can discuss later on.
All right, the questions keep coming up. I'm going to filter some questions out of it. Can you also change the components to be used after the MO is confirmed?
Yes, yeah, the bill of material is very flexible as well. So after it's changed, it's created, you can remove, you can add new components, you can create a brand new product and a customized product if you want. So yes, indeed you can remove and add components after the manufacturing order is created. Yes, guys, every answer that I give, we have a booth at the end of the hall here. If it's not fully answered, feel free to check with us and we can give you more information after that, okay?
Since we have a couple of more minutes, Marcelo, can I combine the replenish on order MTO with dropship routes for the same component?
Yes, yes, you can. You just have to set your routes correctly and select. Well, if it depends, it's more complex than that. If you're doing both flows, then maybe you need to set the drop shipping on the sales order line and the normal one on the product form. But indeed, you can mix both MTO and subcontracting or drop shipping. You can do both of them together. Yes.
All right. And then another one for you. When reserve or unreserving is done, is it being logged? Can you see a track of the
It is not
reservations?
logged, but it has never been logged if you reserve or unreserve. The only log that keeps there is is if you change the demand. So reservation does not log anything.
And can I make flexible products and choose, for example?
Oh, I don't understand the question.
I think what they mean is that the product type, can it be flexible and can it be changed at any time that they want to use it accordingly?
No, a product type cannot be changed. No, once you select it and you have moves, stock moves done to the product, then you cannot change the type anymore. But if it's not that, again, we are available at the booth to discuss a little bit further.
All right. I think the questions keep adding up. If you have any questions, any more questions that is not answered, we have a dedicated desk and the product owners available. So do visit us, present your use cases, and we'll be more than happy to answer. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.